Yeah, let's wait for a couple of minutes to wait others to join, and we can start off with the introductions. So everyone, whoever have joined the session, ensure that you have good Wi-Fi connectivity, and this will require some time towards exploring the platform. So we expect you to have a stable connection so that there won't be any glitches in exploring the platform, and also try out some practical exercises that we plan for you.
Hi guys, thank you so much for waiting. Make sure you're on your laptop or desktops and not your mobile, since this is a hands-on session. We'll just wait for 1 more minute for other people to join in, and then we'll start. Hi Yogesh. Guys, can you type a yes? If you can type in the chat box, everybody, type a yes. We'll just check, if the chat is working.
We are like a little over 12:05. Should we like start off with it?
Yeah, I think we can start now.
Yeah.
So you can, please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So, hi everyone. I am Srivarshini. I'll be your host for today's session. Just to give a short brief about myself, I work in the marketing department at Qolaba, and I have like 9+ years of work experience in marketing and data science. So, at Qolaba, we have like a series of webinars lined up for our community, and we have two global AI experts here: Akash Tyagi, who was the chief product officer, and Samad, who was the chief operating officer at Qolaba. So first we have Akash Tyagi, who would be introducing himself, and followed by Samad, who would be leading the charge and driving today's session. Yeah, over to you, Akash.
Hi everyone, my name is Akash Tyagi. So I've been like a faculty for a very long time, and also like we are building this Qolaba for you to just explore maximum amount of tool so that your journey for the AI for Gen AI part, especially Samad is going to explain you what is the difference between AI and Gen AI. That journey should be very easy, and you'll get to know like what sort of tool that you can use to explore whatever the problem in your journey is there that you can solve easily by using this product Qolaba. And about myself, I cleared UPSC also in my early days, like when I pass out from the college, and then I become like one of the founding members for the An Academy. Then I work with GeoMBI to build a number of edtech platform. Then I work with Physics Wala. Throughout that journey, I figured it out like if you want to increase your capability from one student to one teacher to like n number of student, you need personalized journey for the student. And for that, without AI, I don't think it will be like it's super difficult for any faculty to take care of every journey of a student, personalize it, make it like better and simple. So through this session also we'll tell you like how we ease out our journey and how you can practically today can use this tactics to solve your problem in your journey. So over to you, Samarth. Let's begin the session.
Hi, Akash. Thank you so much for the introduction. So, guys, Akash is a very humble guy. He's raised, multiple startups to unicorn status. So it's a pleasure to have him as a founding member of Qolaba as well. So a little introduction about me. I've been, a geek since childhood. So I got my first Game Boy when I was 4 years old. I was assembling systems when I was in fifth standard. So technology has been very close to, my heart and my mind since childhood. Then I was also the computer club president in my school. So organizing events and this kind of thing has always been fun with me. Then after that, I've also done multiple businesses. My last startup was a tech recruitment startup. And then we joined Akash and Pragar, who founded Qolaba for this. So just wanted to share one thing. Just give my mind. Yeah. So how, this session will be different because there are many AI education webinars going on, but I've not seen many from the companies who are actually building AI. So like there is Growth School, they do an amazing job. Even I attend their webinars for marketing help using AI. And there's B10X. There are a lot of people, but they're not people who've built an AI tool actually themselves. So we have done that. And today we will, after the first 15-20 minutes, it will be completely hands-on. It'll be a tight session. Okay. But it's had quizzes in between, so you will not be bored, and it'll be hands-on, so you will learn, and then you will also actually try it out on Qolaba. So I think Varshini, we can begin with the first, poll to just get a hang of, our audience, how much they know AI, how much they've played around with it.
Sure, sure. I'll just open the poll for everyone. So everyone please be at your laptop so that we can begin with the first quiz. We have like 5 questions in it. I'm just launching in 2 seconds. We have like a 1 minute timer for it and we are going for it. I'm just starting. Yep, it is open for you. You can see on your desktops.
So everyone kindly participate in the. So Varshini, this is the wrong one. So just close this one. It's a survey.
Okay, 1 second. This is the quick quiz on AI agents.
No.
So you want me to go for AI history and types?
No. Getting to know you, AI survey.
Okay. So sure. I'm launching the. Yes, guys, this is up for you.
Yes, guys, this is the right one. So kindly go ahead.
Yes, the poll would be closed in 1 minute. Yep.
So Akash, host and panelists cannot vote, so you cannot vote.
I know.
Okay.
But you can help them.
Yeah, but this was, we want to know, how much they are familiar with AI. So can we
So
see
for
the
everyone,
results?
just put your genuine opinion so that the session can be like handled in a better way. Because Sam wants to know what's your level in AI.
So Vaishini, can we see the results? Is it done?
Yes. Yeah. Are you able to see the results?
Yeah.
So I think I've explored a few tools, 35%. I use basic prompts like a blog post, okay, 38%. Okay, and there are some people who are advanced also, okay. But nobody has built an AI agent. And lastly, okay, so we have students, creators, entrepreneurs, developers. What are you most excited to learn today? Okay, so that's one thing, how to build AI agents. Okay, super. Thank you guys so much. So now going to the session, flow. So just one, tip, kindly do not spam the chat. Apart from that, you can obviously, raise Q&A and you can raise your hand if there's any question. The mostly we'll be taking at the end. And and I hope all of you have gone through the agenda. If not, I'll just share my screen and share it. 1 second. Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Can you look at the agenda? Yeah. So we're done with this quick AI ice pull breaker. Then there is a surprise fact coming in. After that, only the first 15 and 17 minutes are theory. Just want to clear. After that, it all gets hands-on from say 12:30 to 12:35. So we'll see what is prompt engineering. We'll make you log in into Qolaba. Then there's a 30-minute prompting session, which will go from slow to advanced prompting. And then we'll build some agents after that. At the end, we'll also try to create images, audio, and video with Qolaba. And there's a special deal at the end. So we want to be upfront and honest. So there is something at the end for you. So if you stay till the end, you can have a look and decide what's best for you depending on how the session goes. So I think we can move forward. So Akash, what do you think about the history of AI?
Let's start with the video. Or you can just show that like how we create the video.
Okay, yeah, that's good. So let me just first play the video and then probably I can share how we created this video.
So this video is also created through AI only.
Okay. So I'll play the video.
Yeah.
And then, I'll share how we created it. So yes. Let me know if the audio and video is clear. Can you see the audio and video?
No, it paused.
It paused, yeah.
I could only see a black screen.
Yeah, that's fine.
Very blank one.
Just ping me if the audio is not coming.
Okay.
Have you ever wondered where artificial intelligence came from? Let's take a short trip through its story. It all began in the 1940s. During World War II, a brilliant scientist named Alan Turing asked a bold question. Can a machine think like a human? That simple question planted the seed for everything we now call AI. Then, in 1956, a small group of researchers gathered at a college in the US. They gave this dream a name, artificial intelligence. They believed that machines might someday learn, reason, and make decisions just like people. In the 1960s, a program called ELIZA surprised everyone. It could chat with people like a therapist using simple patterns. Many people felt like they were talking to a real person. But soon they realized ELIZA was just following a script. The moment the conversation moved outside that script, it broke. Through the 1970s, AI made some progress, solving puzzles, playing games, but only in controlled environments. It couldn't handle the real world. interest faded, funding dried up. This slowdown was called the first AI winter. In the 1980s, AI took a new shape. Developers tried to teach computers using long lists of rules. For example, hospitals used expert systems to help doctors make diagnoses by checking symptoms one by one. But these systems were too rigid, like a GPS that only works if you never make a wrong turn. Then came the 1990s, and something changed. Instead of giving rules, researchers gave the computer lots of examples to learn from. This was the beginning of what we now call machine learning. At the time, it wasn't even called AI. It was often called data mining or pattern recognition. In 1997, IBM's Deep Blue shocked the world by beating world chess champion Garry Kasparov. That proved the power of data-driven learning. The next big leap came in 2012. With faster computers and access to huge amounts of online data, an AI model called AlexNet became excellent at recognizing images, like cats, cars, and faces. This kicked off today's AI boom. In 2016, Google's AlphaGo defeated a world champion in the complex game of Go. Experts had said this was 10 years away, but it happened. AI had taken a giant leap. Then came 2022. ChatGPT arrived, and suddenly everyone was talking to a computer that actually made sense. It could write emails, answer questions, even tell stories. For many, this was the first time AI felt truly helpful. And today, in 2024 and 2025, AI tools like GPT-4 can understand text, images, and even voice all at once. They help us write, design, solve problems, support customers, and more. They don't replace humans, they work with us. And tomorrow, AI will keep getting smarter. Voice assistants, creative partners, research helpers. AI will be in more places more often, but we are still in control. It's up to us to guide AI responsibly, creatively, and ethically. So here's the real question. Where will you use AI in your work?
So, Akash, quick question. Say in an academy, how much time does it used to take you guys to create a video like this? Akash, you're on mute.
Yeah. So, Sam, can you show the script? Like this video is like, obviously, this is next level.
No, but say, in an academy, how much time does it used to take?
Yeah, it will take
Before
like,
AI came in.
Any place, like if you want to create this level of video, first thing like you need to create a good script through script writer, then create like 2D 3D assets, then animation, and put it in a pipeline, then post production, then the editing will be there, the final cut will be there, then sound, and then everything, and then finalize. Like it will take 3 4 days, 5 days also sometime.
Oh my. So guys, Akash has, a million views on YouTube. So he knows about video editing a lot. So do you guys think the script was good? If you think the script was good, type yes in the chat. I'm just talking about the script, the narration, that is. Okay, awesome. Now I want you to guess how much time did it actually take to make this video. Can you type it in the chat? The time it took to make this video. If somebody says 1 hour, somebody says 10 minutes, somebody says 20 minutes. I think we have people, somebody says 5 to 6 hours. Okay, great. I think there are people, we had some AI pros also. So actually, to be in for real, it took around 20 to 30 minutes to make this video. But the major of the time went in making the script. Because to make a good video, you need a good script. So I spent around 15 to 20 minutes brainstorming with AI on coming to the right script. And then we just took this script to InVideo. InVideo is a video model which creates videos. And I just gave it that script and the video was made. And in the end, I made some minor changes for 2 minutes, like, changing the subtitles with this and that. So that's how, Akash said a video editor earlier before AI would take 3 to 4 days. Now something like this can be done in 15 to 30 minutes. Okay, super. Now, after this, I'll just share my screen. We'll move to, so we've seen, the history of AI. Alan Turing thought about, can machines think? Then some professors in university came up with the term artificial intelligence. After that, progresses were made. But in the 70s, 80s, AI was only for, fun. It did not solve any real world problems. So the funding went down until an AI model beat the world chess champion, Garry Kasparov. That's where, the funding in AI happened again. Now let's just see what are the different types of AI before going forward. I'll just share my screen. I believe you all can see my screen. Version, is it visible?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep, sir.
So we're just going to see, what are the different types of artificial intelligence. No need for you to read everything on the deck. So the first type of artificial intelligence is, symbolic or rule based. We can give it a common name as rule books AI. It uses if and, if this happens, then do this. If this happens, then do this. So it follows a workflow kind of a thing. So actual applications were used in 1670s. Doctors used it to, prescribe antibiotics. They would go to this computer, give it certain, say symptoms of the patient, and then the AI model will tell the right antibiotic to give to the patient. So symbolic or rule-based AI, also in general terms, you can call it rule books. Yeah. Second is predictive machine learning. I know this name might sound a bit tough, but the simple name is pattern spotters. So Netflix or Amazon, we get recommendations to watch movie and serials is based on this kind of AI, predictive machine learning or pattern spotters. Third is known as reinforcement learning. So this AI learns from trial and error. So there was this, AI by the name of AlphaGo. It was first given a lot of data about humans playing AlphaGo. So it learned, how humans play AlphaGo. Then it played against itself by trial and error and got so good that it beat everyone, and it played certain moves that no human thought were possible. So this comes from reinforcement learning, trial and error learners, you can call them. Next, now we come to the boom that has happened recently after the public launch of ChatGPT in 2022, known as generative AI. This is very simple. The word generative comes from the word generate. So this AI generates stuff. We'll go deeper into generative AI in a little moment. So this AI generates stuff. Does it generate? Text, audio, video, image, 3D assets. These are the things it generates. So this is the simplest one to understand. It even generates music. Next, we have agentic AI or AI agents. So 2025, everybody is calling the year of agentic AI or AI agents. We can call them go-getters, a simple common name. Why? Because now this AI performs tasks autonomously. You give it a task and you can sleep, it will go and complete the task and you will be done. So examples are a lot of sales agents are, hitting the market. Fully automated sales agents, you just give them your product, you give them, who your target customer is. They will send the email. It will even do a voice call, all fully automated. Tesla's self-driving cars are also an example of agentic AI. OpenAI recently launched Operator. It uses computer use and it can do tasks autonomously like booking, say, your hotel tickets. Now, the next AI is known as AGI or artificial general intelligence. We can call them all rounders. So maybe it's 5, 10, 15 years in the making. It's a combination of all of these, and this will be human level intelligence. This will be human level intelligence. And they say, maybe we might reach in 2 to 3 years. The level of this AI is, that of, say, Jarvis from Iron Man. That is, AGI. There is also one more AI after this known as ASI or artificial super intelligence. Okay, say 10,000 or they say even a million times more smarter than this. So, but we'll only be covering till agentic AI today because rest is just theory for now. So, in summary, first is rule based or symbolic AI, also known as general name rule books. It follows fixed logic. Next is predictive machine learning or pattern spotters, like Netflix recommendations. Third is reinforcement learning, also known as trial and error. It learns by doing. Example, the game AlphaGo. Then next we come to generative AI in 2022 after the public boom of ChatGPT and Midjourney, also known as creators. It generates content in multiple different forms.
And in Gen AI, I think we are going to dig deep. Like we are going to deep dive. Like there's a proper different sort of you can say session by Sam is there, in which he is going to
Correct.
give you all the brief idea about Gen AI.
We're going to go deep into Gen AI and agentic and prompting. These are our three
And
agenda for today.
agentic AI also, like if you see like agentic AI this year is like also in a very hot word also. And why? Because agentic AI is different from Gen AI. How you can like explain, Sam? Can you like give a small brief for the like every attendee?
Yeah, correct. I'll give a small example how generative AI is different from agentic AI. So generative AI is basically, you give it a prompt, it will do something. Like you tell ChatGPT or Claude, give me an article, it will give you an article. You go to suno.ai, you say, I want a song, it will give you that song. And usually it will operate in one modality, though there are models now which are multimodal. But essentially, it only generates stuff. It does not do anything by itself. Okay, it can think, but agentic AI, as the name suggests, is or AI agents. This is, the real thing that is breaking the market and the, complete taken the world by storm. Even generative AI had taken the world by storm because this can completely, do things on its own. Like such simple example, which everybody needs is, an email assistant. So you can have an agent, email agent, and what it will do is you just tell it three things. Okay. If this kind of an email, you respond automatically. If this kind of an email, you respond automatically. Only for these third kind of emails, you make a draft and keep it in my inbox. Okay. Because important emails, I will just read it once and then send. And this agentic AI also learns from the data of my email inbox. It becomes intelligent on its own. Generative AI will not become intelligent on its own unless you give it more data or you make the AI such that. So this is
Something is very important in generative AI, but agentic AI is learning by itself a lot. And also
correct.
give you that report after, like, I can give you one very good example also. In agentic AI system, like, let's suppose you are a video creator, or you are a blog writer or anything, and you just fix your fundas, like, I want to write a blog on this, I want to publish there, and please, like, it will start publishing blogs for you for 1 week, and it will get the data back, like what happened when you write like 7 blogs in 7 days, which is more hit, which is less hit, and it will give you that report also, like, this is actually happened throughout the blog writing. And do you want to continue with this kind of blog, because this kind of blog is going ahead? So that kind of thing is done by agentic AI. Like, it is kind of companion to you, it is kind of helping you in every part of your journey when you're experimenting something new as a founder or as a creator, as a marketer. In marketing also, like, it's a very good tool if you create your own gen AI agentic AI tool. Yeah, Sam, you're muted. Unmute.
Oh, thank you, Akash. So just to give you a real example of agentic, so this is a tool that we use in Qolaba, SEO bot, fully autonomous SEO robot with AI agents. So what it does is, I have just given it my website URL once and just told it about my website and my company. It goes and generates articles on itself. Okay. Completely fully SEO optimized, and it also posts them. So now this agent has taken over my SEO. I don't need, a blog writer on SEO now. So this is, I think a good example of, agentic AI.
Yeah.
So, and I think 1 second. Yeah. So we're done with this. I think now we can go to the first quiz, Varshini. So this quiz is just to, reinforce what you've learned. That's it. Let's go to the first quiz.
Sure, you want to go with the history and history, AI history and types quiz?
No, 1 second. Let me just tell you.
Yeah, I think the second one.
AI history and correct. AI history and types quiz. Correct.
Guys, I'm going to start this quiz in 3 seconds. Yeah, this would be a little over 1 minute. We would be giving some time, extra time to you for you on this. Yeah, it is live.
Guys, this only has questions from what we've just talked about. That's it.
And it's actually in the video only. If you
So,
want.
Akash, let's share some special prizes with the quiz winners.
Yeah, what's
Maybe we
the
can say.
like? Even I'm very interested. What are the prizes there?
Yeah, I'm wondering. So I'm thinking, what we can do.
Is anyone doing the quiz? Yeah, I think one person have started doing this.
Guys, the quiz is just for fun and just to reinforce, what you've seen so that it registers in your mind.
Start doing it and you'll all love it. The participation has just increased. We crossed 1 minute, but let's give some more time to the participants.
Guys, please participate in the quiz. Akash, this reminds me of my school days, You used to go to one school to another for computer club competitions. Awesome. Please type yes if you've completed the quiz. Please type yes in the chat. Thank you, guys. I think we have a great audience today. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time out.
Yes. We're ending the quiz.
Okay, I think we can end it.
Yeah, just 5 more seconds.
Cool.
We have like a decent turnout for this. Yeah, the quiz is closing. Sam, are you able to see the results?
No, I'm not able to see the results. Can you? I just see AI history and
Akash
types.
or Sam, anyone? Because it is pop.
Maybe, we can see it afterwards.
No, the quiz has ended. Poll has ended.
I'm not able to see the results. Actually, this was a quiz. This is not a poll, right? So in the poll, though, we got, actually it's showing me my selections. Okay. So I think it shows people, where
So
correct. Yeah. Super. So thank you guys so much. Let's move now, we'll go into generative AI in a little more detail. And this is the last theoretical section of the webinar. So I'll just share my screen. Give me a minute. 1 second. Yep.
there's a I think a session from Abhishek A that AI gen to cybersecurity. We'll cover that for sure.
So yeah, I think you can see my screen now. Full screen. Again, there's nothing much to read, just for reference.
And all this material will be shared with you, so don't worry.
Correct, yeah. Everything, whatever we show in the webinar today will be shared. So going to, a little deep into Gen AI, not very deep, will not go technical. So we know what is generative AI. The word generative itself comes from the word generate. So this AI generates stuff. We see text, image, audio, video, code, and even 3D assets. Earlier AI could just predict stuff or, rule book based AI or reinforcement learning. It could just, learn from its patterns. And let's look at the history, of it. So in 2014, there was a breakthrough happened known as GANs or generative adversarial networks. Okay, so adversarial, the word means, two people fighting each other. That's how this, model, improved itself. And then it learned to generate images. So that's how, AI was able to create images in 2014 because of a technology known as GAN or generative adversarial network. Then in 2017, you can say the real boom or the real breakthrough happened in Google's researchers released a paper known as transformers, or paper based on transformers. This laid the foundation of modern Gen AI. Now because of this, AI could understand human language and respond back in human language. So like Jans could not understand human language, they could create images, but the real breakthrough hence came in 2017. And then 2020 GPT-3, came out. But 2022 GPT-4, GPT 3.5 went public. And then, as you know, right, in 24 now we have multimodal AI, which can take in input as text, image, voice, and also output in multiple formats. So this is known as multimodal AI. So again, going to the key milestones, 2014, GAN's first realistic image generation. 2017, Transformers paper by Google. 2020, then finally, we had text that felt human. 21, we had Stable Diffusion, Mid Journey, and many image generators came into the market. And 2022, Chat GPT's viral adoption happened. And now we are at 24, 25, where we have multimodal AI models, which can take an input text, image, audio, video, and also output back text, image, audio, video. So now, how does this generative AI work? You must have heard this term. Generative AI is built on neural networks. So it's correct to some extent, but if we actually go into the depth of it, it's not actually true. But for now, we can take key generative AI works on brain-inspired systems that learn patterns from data. So as our brain has neurons, and there are, I don't know, how many millions or billions of connections between them. So that's kind of a network that generative AI has. It's built on neural networks. But now coming to the most important part, it is trained on massive data sets: text, image, audio, code, etc. So it's very simple in that sense. You just give it a lot of data. Just take an example that somebody goes and comments on your Instagram. The comment can be positive, negative, or neutral. So you give this data set to a Gen AI model and you label it positive, negative, neutral. Now when you insert a new statement, it will label it as positive, negative, or neutral. But now it can also generate those kind of comments, positive, negative, or neutral. So again, this is the most important part. That's why you must have seen all the leading companies like Google, Facebook, and all the top companies are leading the AI charge because they have data. They say, OpenAI has just stolen YouTube data. So data is the core crux of generative AI. Without data, there is no generative AI. Then after that, how generative AI works is it works on something known as a token. So we'll see this in detail, what this token is in the next slide. And then when we give generative AI prompt, either you give an LLM a prompt or you give an image model a prompt, it creates something token by token. So you can say a token is the fundamental unit of Gen AI. As at one time you say atoms are the fundamental unit of matter. Now we know obviously within a nucleus also there are quarks and something like that. So as an atom is a fundamental unit of matter, a token is a fundamental unit of generative AI, and generative AI actually predicts the next token. So it's a prediction mechanism in one sense. But the prediction mechanism has become so intelligent that through a say 5,000 word blog article, it predicts stuff in such accuracy that even at the 5,000 word, the connection is made from the first word. So it's essentially a predictive mechanism, but so intelligent. And obviously, we've seen it is based on transformer architecture and diffusion architecture also for generating images. So now let's go into what are tokens. I feel maybe the last slide have been a bit heavy, so I'll just but probably Akash can recap. Akash, if you can just recap this.
Yeah. So they already like you just go to the next slide. Yeah. This is much better. So like as Sam described about the tokens are like one of the most important part of Gen AI. So they are like multi-format token will be there like text, image, audio, video, and according to that token, it represents some part of it. Like it's all based on predictive model. So Sam, you can relate this. Yeah, like suppose I
Cool.
have some format of any part of speech or any part of data is there. Now how it relate this format to the token representation?
Got it. So now, let's see what are tokens. So I'll read this definition. Tokens are small chunks of information that AI understands and it generates. So say you prompt an LLM, you prompt it something, what is the capital of France? So the LLM will, take what as a token, is as a token, the also as a token, but capital it might break it into CAPITAL. So it will break the capital into two tokens. France also it might break into two tokens, and especially big words like international. The LLM will break it into three tokens. Okay. So the LLM will understand tokens and it also then generates tokens or predicts the next token. So for again, token the fundamental unit of generative AI. So as you see for text, the token is words or a part of a word. If it's a very small word, it will be taken as a token. If it's a very long word, it will be broken into three or four different parts. And based on different LLMs, it will be different. So Claude will have a different type of tokens. GPT will have different type of tokens. In the sense that international, if GPT divides it into four tokens, Claude might only divide into two tokens. That will depend on LLM to LLM. Images are very simple. It will take pixel patches or tiles. Okay. And then you've seen, for images, so there are two kind of models to generate images. One is the diffusion model. The other is the transformer model. So we'll go a bit technical. We'll share it in the slide. So diffusion model, actually what it does is it generates images from noise. So it will noise, like in the old television, that black, gray would come. And then it would, remove those, black pixels to generate the actual image. Audio is simple. Audio is a spectrogram chunk or a slice of sound is the fundamental, unit of token in audio. It will take an audio file and break it down into say 1122 second or 0.01 second. For video, again, it's simple. Frame plus motion segment. It will take a frame, like one photograph, and then give it a motion, and then just combine it. So video directly, relates to image. As you know, right? Video is just what many images in motion. But text and audio are entirely different, and image is entirely different. Video is based on image. So going back again now, just to recap. So generative AI, there are, say 5 fundamentals built on how the human brain works. The AI is modeled like that, trained on massive data sets.
Actually, this Madhavan wants to understand this first point more. Like,
Which one?
what do you mean by this build on neural network?
Build a neural network means, how our brain is created, right? That's how they have mapped, the fundamental layer of Gen AI. Like how information is being processed in our brain through our neurons and the synaptic networks. That's how, generative AI also works. Then going back, trained on.
I can give you the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
example to understand. Like it's a predictive model. So what is the color? Like this is the part of speech that you get. Like what is the color? Now color of eye, color of hair, or like anything can be there. So that kind of prediction it will take, like according to your brain, what next that you can you can ask, or you can tell through your prompting, or through your your query can be anything after that. So it's based on that neural network. So obviously it get the data, like usually people will ask like what is the color of, like what is the maximum probability of asking the next word. So based on that it get trained. So that is the concept of like building on the neural networks.
Yeah. Also, how, we are a product of our memory, right? So whatever memory we have and how we process thoughts and understand information,
Yeah.
very similar generative AI also does. So again, just to recap, built on the brains model, you can say, trained on massive data set. Without data set, massive data set, there is no generative AI. So just to give you an example, if you see, there are not many AI models which, are local to Indian languages, right? Obviously, Tamil and Kannada, big Indian languages can be done. Okay, but the smaller Indian languages cannot be done because there is no data only for that. Again, tokens are the fundamental unit of Gen AI, like an atom is the fundamental unit of matter. Generative AI works on the prediction mechanism. It predicts the next token, uses transformer and diffusion architecture. Lastly, we've seen the types of generative AI earlier also, but we'll just see text like ChatGPT, Claude, image, DALI, Midjourney, Flux is now there, video, Runway, Sora, audio, 11 Labs, Suno, code, GitHub Copilot, Replit. These are becoming viral these days. Then there is multimodal Gen AI, like these models, which can take all of these and also return all of these 1, 2, 3, 4 text,
Yeah.
image, video, audio, video. And the last is 3D assets. You give it a prompt, it will create a full 3D asset that you can import into
And
Blender, Maya,
if
etc.
you want to explore all these tools in one place, you can go to Qolaba.
Yeah, 3D assets we do not have right now. Okay. Anyways, so why, does Gen AI matter? It's very simple, right? It speeds up content creation. It helps small teams do more. Matlab, I have created all the content of the webinar using Gen AI in 3 days, which I'll just share it after you. Otherwise, it would take me, if I'm doing alone, it might have taken me a month. Even for a team, it might have taken, a week or 10 days. I just did it in 2 days. Powers creative business workflows. And obviously, yeah. So there is one thing, this point is very important, opens new possibilities. Again, why generative AI was such a breakthrough was because it generates new stuff that humans have not thought of. So just to give you an example, if you tell an image model generate an image of a cat, so how it does is it has images of say a million cats. It will take one portion, or maybe 10 portions, etc., from each of those image and generate a brand new cat which has not existed in the universe, kind of, you can say. So that's why it opens new possibilities. So it's great for ideation, brainstorming, this and that. So this is a very important point of generative AI. That's why it's such a breakthrough. So, generative AI is your new AI teammate. It's a co-creator. It works alongside you to develop ideas and content. It's an assistant, handles routine tasks so you can focus on what matters. And obviously, as I was just saying, it's an idea machine. Generates possibilities you might not have considered. This is very important. That's why, using AI is a must. So lastly, final thought, generative AI is not replacing you. It's, your co-creator, your assistant, and your idea machine. But agentic AI can, okay. So we'll maybe see, agentic AI can actually replace you. So guys, thank you for this long session. Is there anybody left who's not logged in into Qolaba? If there's anyone who's not logged in, can you please type error in the chat? Okay. I think everybody is logged in. Super, guys. So just now get inside the platform, open the chatbot. Also, I think 25 of you have been added to the organization account. So you'll get your 1,000 credits. You can use them after the session. Right now, let's use, what you've been logged in to save time. Okay, great. Everybody is logged in. So are you here now at the chatbot and select GPT-4o Mini? Just come here. Type yes if you are at the right position, as you see my screen. Inside the platform, chatbot GPT-4o Mini. Yes, Narayan, you will get 1,000 credits also. The team, 25 people they've already sent. So you can use them after the session. This is just now to save time. You can use the Qolaba free plan. Okay. So Steve, click on GPT-4o Mini. Click on here, this box which I am clicking, and select GPT-4o Mini. Click here, you will see all the LLMs and then select GPT-4o Mini. Or even if Gemini 2.0 is showing, it's fine. It's one and the same thing. So guys, at least are we at the chatbot is all I just want to know. Are we at the chatbot? Yes, Ismail, I'll send you the meeting recording. So now let's begin. So there is this document that, you just open this document and this window. And we'll go through prompting in 10 minutes. So as you just open Qolaba, and once you are into this area, click on chatbot. So I'll just repeat once again. So you go to qolaba.ai, click on dashboard at the top right after signing up, and then you go to chat. So I think we're all here. So now let's get started. Just copy paste this prompt into the chatbot. What is prompting and why is it important? Okay, I just copy paste it. What is prompting and why is it important? Okay, now if you see it, gives me a textbook like such a big answer. I have to read all this. But instead, now this is a better prompt. Just copy this and type it into the chatbot. The second prompt is, the first prompt was, so see, first prompt is what is prompting and why is it important? It just gives me a generic answer. Prompting refers to the process of providing clues or etc. Okay. Because I did not tell it, I was asking for prompting with related to AI. Even if I tell it now, say what is prompting and why is it important to AI, let me add some context. Then also it will give me a textbook like, similar answer. Okay. So it's giving me, such a big answer. Now, but if I copy paste the second prompt is in one paragraph, explain prompting and why does it matter, using the analogy of giving clear instructions to a co-worker. Like if I would have given Akash clear instructions, he would have, gone ahead and just got me the file in the first go. Now let's, see the response from GPT-4o Mini. Now it's giving me, a short response. It's just clear. So I told it in one paragraph, I told it, give me using the analogy of giving clear instructions to a co-worker. When instructions are specific and contextual, the co-worker is more likely to produce work that aligns with the goals. So guys, all of you have been given access to 1,000 credits in Qolaba organization plan also. We'll just do it after, we're done with prompting. For prompting, this is good enough. Thank you, Kashyap. Let's go forward. So now, you learned prompting from, AI itself. So prompting is basically giving clear instructions to a coworker. So prompting in terms of LLMs is giving clear instruction to the LLM, not leaving anything, not assuming anything. Let's go forward. Just copy paste these prompts again. Just read them and copy paste into GPT-4o Mini. I'll also do the same. So we see, what's going on. So the prompt is write an email to my boss saying I will not be coming to work on Monday as I'm unwell. So the second example is of iterative prompting. Iterative prompting is basically you keep on, giving the AI further prompts to get to the right result. So it says, I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing to inform you that I'm feeling unwell and unfortunately will not be able to come to work on Monday. I believe it is best for my recovery and to prevent spreading any illness to the team. Okay. So, it's just making a story. Thank you for understanding. Now copy the next prompt. This is in iteration to the earlier prompt I have given. So now I'm saying, keep the email professional, but make it short. Don't make it sound desperate. Dear boss, I'm writing to inform you that I will not be coming to work on Monday due to illness. I appreciate your understanding. Okay. Now the boss might be like, yaar, ye to har hafte hi chutti marta hai. Okay. So I will just add a small line. I will handle urgent task remotely. This is the third prompt. So guys, hands-on prompting guide, we are at iterative prompting example. Here, you just need to copy these prompts. Now let's see, what the AI says. Now it says, I'm writing to inform you that I will not be coming to work on Monday due to illness. I will handle urgent tasks remotely. I appreciate your understanding. So this is the email that I would have sent. It tells that I will not be coming due to an illness, but it also reassures my boss that it's start of the week and I will handle remote tasks remotely. I appreciate your understanding. So this was an example of iterative prompting. So iterative prompting is in one sense, you can say uh, the easiest prompting method, but it has its drawbacks. Okay. So it has its drawbacks. Like, you might just spend 1 hour with, an LLM and you might not go, reach anywhere. So guys, are we following? Should I move forward? Type yes, if you're following. We need to move quickly. Okay, super. So Varshini, just share the prompting guide, once again in Zoom and WhatsApp. So if anybody has missed. Okay, let's go to the other example. The next is the 4 C's example. Okay. So these 4 C's are clarity, context, control, and creativity. The 4 C's are, I'll repeat, clarity, context, control, and creativity. So the 4 C's technique, if you give these 4 C's to an LLM, you are done, you will always get a good response. So now you can just, say, copy this first prompt, write a short email announcing Qolaba special sale. If I just type this to ChatGPT, it does not know Qolaba. It does not know about my sale. It will just, say anything. I'm excited to announce that Qolaba will be hosting a special sale, etc. This is a great opportunity to take advantage, etc. Now, let me add clarity to this prompt. So the clarity is that Qolaba is a generative AI studio and we have a 75% off for the first 200 users. So now I've added clarity to this prompt. You can just copy paste these prompts, follow the guide. So again, this guide has been, made with pedagogy kept in mind. So Akash is, an expert edtech guy. So he's created that if you just follow it, 50 to 60% of the prompting you will just learn in 30 minutes. So now it will give me a better email. I'm thrilled to announce Qolaba's special annual offer for our generative AI services. This is a fantastic opportunity. Now let's add context, So we have added clarity. Let's add context. Context is, what is Qolaba? It was very, generative AI studio is very broad. So Qolaba bundles top AI models for language, image, audio, and video. I've added more, context. First I added clarity. Then I added context. Now I'll prompt it again. Okay. So now it's included this also. And lastly, I can add control and creativity. Control means, you specify the AI. I want in under 200 words. And creativity is I want in Steve Jobs style. So now, I actually have the email which I can send to, people. So that's why these 4 C's are very important. Clarity, context, control, and flexibility. So guys, also you can check if you click on top right, if webinar is showing up. There is something that's an organization where you get full access to Qolaba. I'll just share it once again. So just check, because all of you have been invited. Just give me one moment. So if you click on top right, 1 second. Okay, sorry, 1 second. My right account was this one. Yeah, sorry. So now on top right, if you see Gen AI webinar, just click on that. Click on this arrow on top right and click on Gen AI webinar. Can you guys see? Type yes in the chat if you can see this, since you've all been invited. Okay, some of you can see. Those of you who can see, click on Gen AI webinar. Else it's fine. We can continue on that. So yeah, let's go back now. So those of you who have, seen that Gen AI webinar, you can move to GPT-4o. You can move to GPT-4o instead of GPT-4 mini. Let's go forward with our prompting. So now this is known. Next thing is the ideal prompt template. Okay. So the ideal prompt template is essentially this is the ideal prompt template: context, task, role, instructions, examples, and data, format, tone, length, ask. If you specify all of this, to an LLM, you are bound to get amazing, responses. So context, this is also known as the Q format. So context, task, role. So we have a ready-made prompt which you can copy paste. It's for a biodegradable thing which can replace plastics. I'll just go and copy paste this. Just copy, 'Copy, 'paste' this. Just copy, paste this prompt. So it's a LinkedIn announcement, for this. So now, this is known. Next thing is the ideal prompt template. Okay. So the ideal prompt template is essentially, this is the ideal prompt template: context, task, role, instructions, examples, and data, format, tone, length, ask. If you specify all of this, to an LLM, you are bound to get amazing, responses. So context, this is also known as the Q format. So context, task, role. So we have a ready-made prompt which you can copy paste. It's for a biodegradable thing which can replace plastics. I'll just go and copy paste this. Just copy paste this prompt. eco-friendly black, which is an alternative to plastic. At the end, it says in the prompt, there is something known as a ask. Ask me 2 questions that you will think will improve the output of my request. So it is asking me 2 questions. Who is the primary audience? This and that. Are there any specific industries? Since we're running short of time, I'll just move forward. Next, we have after the ideal prompt template. So are we done with this? Have you copy pasted this? The ideal prompt template. Type yes if you have copy pasted this into the chat. Okay, Mahadevan, we'll wait. So Rutika, you didn't get access to this doc or Qolaba, but you have access to GPT-4o Mini, right? Or Gemini is also working. Varshini, can you unmute Rutika? 4 Mini is working, right? That's fine for now. We'll tell you, how to, use the other model later on. It's fine for this guide. So guys, has everybody pasted the ideal prompt template prompt?
Again, if you have lost.
So guys, this is, the first really hands-on webinar we're doing. So we apologize for a bit of delay. Okay, yeah. So moving forward, you can see this yourself. Everything will be shared with you. There are some advanced prompting techniques or frameworks known as role play, few shot, chain of thought, and prompt chaining. You just read it, you will understand it in one go, what this means. Next, so nobody likes creating, long prompts, like I told you, the ideal prompt template. So what you can do is you can ask the LLM to become a prompt generator. So you just copy paste this prompt. So the prompt starts, I want you to become my prompt generator. Your goal is to help me craft the best possible prompt for my needs. The prompt will be used by you. You will follow the process below. So what it does is, in the first response, it will ask me what the prompt is about. Then when I give it some input, it will share the revised prompt, suggestions, and questions to improve the prompt. So the prompt says, we will continue this iterative process with me providing additional information till, I am satisfied with the prompt. So I can just say, copy this prompt, paste it into an LLM. Whatever LLM I paste it in, like you see, you have multiple LLMs in the market, Claude, GPT, Perplexity, Gemini. It will convert it into a prompt generator. So it says, got it, let's get started. What should the prompt be about? Create a blog article on digital marketing trends in 2025. I just say this. It says, this is the revised prompt. So write a detailed and engaging blog article on digital market trends in 2025. The article should highlight the most significant. So it gives me the revised prompt. It gives me the suggestions that I should add the target audience. At least I should specify, right, for whom I'm writing the blog article, length of the article, any specific tone or style. It further asks me further questions to improve the prompt. So this is, the most simplest way to generate good prompts. You ask the LLM to become the prompt generator. Next thing which we can see is, nobody is happy with, AI outputs. The writing is, certain kinds of words are used, words like certainly, invaluable, robust, next level, innovation, efficiency. So you can use this prompt to humanize your writing. You just take this prompt. It has a whole list of words which the wants to avoid. Rutika, it's fine for now. We'll resolve your issue after the webinar. You can just keep on using GPT-4o Mini for now. So again, just to repeat, people are not happy with AI outputs. So, especially the writing, blog articles, sound too AI-ish. So this is a prompt to humanize the writing. All you do is take this prompt, open a new chat, paste it in. And now, next, whatever you give it, right, it will make it, not sound like AI. It will make it sound like a human. So you can try this later on your own. This is a very simple guide. You will get it. Next, there is a prompt. You can make any LLM your personal tutor. This is a very long prompt. So hence, we have shaded it in another document. If you paste this prompt, any LLM can become a PhD level tutor. And you can learn, next level things from it. I'm just wrapping up because we're short of time. We need to cover agents also. So to cut it short, iterative prompting is the most simplest way of getting good prompts. We have 4 C's of prompting: clarity, context, control, creativity. This is the ideal prompt template: context, task, role, etc. If this is difficult, you can use the ideal prompt generator. Then we have shared 2 amazing prompts, one for humanizing writing and the other to make an LLM your personal tutor. This guide will be shared with you. And at the end, it has top tricks to talk better to AI, which you can have a look. Like, You must have seen or heard. If you've not, I'll tell you. If you use emotions, things like please, thank you, or acknowledge the effort that AI is doing, you will get better responses. So, guys, we are done with prompting. Okay, I wrapped it up quickly because we're short of time. You will
Should
get
I?
this guide. Yes, Varshini.
No. Sorry. Should I open the quiz? I was asking for the quiz.
Yeah, I think you can open the quiz for prompting now. So, guys, the prompting quiz is just based on this guide. And just stop sharing my screen. You'll get a quick quiz on effective prompting. Again, the person with the highest, correct answers out of all the quizzes will get a free gift. Again, this is just to reinforce what we've learned. Once you have done the quiz, for people, you can get access to the credits, 1,000 credits and full platform access by just clicking on top arrow in the dashboard and selecting Gen AI webinar. Type yes once you've completed with the quiz.
So the
So
quiz seems
Eunice, there must be some settings that you need to enable because other people can see their results.
sharing the results. Huh?
Cool. Share the results.
Yeah.
We'll quickly move to the next section. So we are done with the quiz and prompting. It's a very simple, it might even not take 30 minutes, just 20 minutes. Follow that guide. You'll become a pro at prompting. So Vaishali, have you logged in into Qolaba? And can you use an LLM? Were you able to prompt to an LLM, Gemini? Okay, it's fine. We can resolve your issue or later on. Or last thing you can do is just log out and log in once. Just log out and log in once. Thank you so much. I'll share my screen again and we'll go forward. So again, for everyone, before we move forward, log out and log in once. Click on the top right arrow and select Gen AI webinar. Here you get full access to the platform. Now I'll move to the next section. So we'll just see the theory of AI agents in 2 minutes, and then we'll continue to build an agent. So we'll just see it in 2 minutes. Okay. I'll just share my screen, get the agent running in. Second. Yeah, you'll get this folder also with all the assets, So let's go to building blocks of AI agents. We'll just cover it in 2 minutes and then we'll build an agent. Varsini, can you see the presentation, building blocks of AI agents?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. So very quickly, we'll just go through it. We've seen, why AI agents are so important. It is the next layer on top of generative AI, which is completely autonomous or at least, partly autonomous. So what is an agent? It understands goals. It breaks down tasks into small chunks. It uses external tools, works autonomously and get things done. So this is the main, anatomy of an AI agent, which is the most important part for you to understand. So the brain of the agent is the LLM. LLM is known as the brain of the agent. Then we give the agent a system prompt. Basically, you give it a persona and goals. Persona means you are a digital marketer, digital marketing agent, and you give it goals. It has to do this. So again, agent, the most important aspect, the LLM is the brain of the agent. Then you give it a system prompt. You tell who it is. An agent, essentially, you can assume an agent is a human being. Let's assume that an agent is a human being, which is out there to do certain tasks. The brain is the LLM. You give it a persona and goal. This is known as a system prompt. Then you give the agent memory. Memory is basically documents, you can say, or maybe websites that it can access to. Then the fourth is an agent has tools and plugins. Okay, tools and plugins. We'll also see what that is. So essentially, this after these three parts, LLM, system prompt, and the memory, the agent can reach out to other tools for help as well to perform the task. And the last is planning module, which we'll see at the end. So again, the brain or the LLM is the brain of the agent. It communicates, reasons, understands language. Then we have the system prompt. It tells the identity, who the agent is, purpose, what the agent does, how the agent communicates in tone. Memory is, short-term memory and long-term memory an agent has. Short-term memory would be recent conversations you had. Okay. And long-term memory is, the big document that you've given. So now we'll see how to build an agent. So to build an agent, it's very simple. Just log in into Qolaba. I'm sharing a document with you, which we'll use to create the agent. So just make sure, I think some of you who do not have, access to Gen AI webinar workspace, you might not be able to create an agent. So just follow the video. You can do it after the session. I'll just share the doc. So I'm sharing a customer queries, document with you all of Qolaba. We'll create a customer agent for Qolaba. Varshini, can you share this link in WhatsApp and in Zoom for people to create the agent? Just share this document. Guys, download this document in docx or PDF and save it in your laptops. Varshini is going to share with you the document link that we'll use to create the agent.
Yes, Sam, it is up. I think everyone can start clicking on.
So guys, just download that document into your laptop or desktop in docx or PDF. And also I need a little more help. Second. Yeah. Also, I'm sharing one more doc for the system prompt. Varshini, kindly share that as well.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah, share that as well. And people just download this also. So I've shared it with you, system prompt. So we saw for an agent, there are a few important things. The first was the LLM is its brain. Okay, then you give it a system prompt and then you give it memory. So we're going to do all of this. There are two documents shared with you. One is known as the system prompt and the other is a document for Qolaba's customer support queries. And we're going to create a customer support agent. Type yes if you've downloaded both the documents into your systems. So again, till we're done. We have seen these things. We're going to focus on LLM core, system prompt, and memory for now for the agent. Awesome. Most of you have downloaded both the docs. So anatomy of an AI agent. Again, we're going to use three things right now: the LLM, the prompt instruction, and the memory. You have downloaded two documents, one for the memory of the agent, the other for the prompt or instructions, or also known as the system prompt, where you define who the agent is, give it a name, give it an... Okay. So let's move forward now. Just check, if you're in the Gen AI webinar space, or else you might not be able to create an agent on the free account. If you're not able to do so, we'll help you log in after the session and you can. So let's now create an agent. Okay. So again, to create an agent, you need to click on this button, create agent, and you can select the base AI model for the agent. I'll let it be GPT-4 for now. I'm going to name it Qolaba Customer Support. Tagline we can leave for now. Type yes if you've reached till this point. Type yes if you've reached till this point. Okay. Super. I think most of you have. Super. Yeah. So now let's give the agent a system prompt. So right now, so just a quick tip: to create a system prompt, use a reasoning model. Okay. So even though we have a system prompt, I'll just show you very quickly how to create a system prompt. So I'm just gonna go to a reasoning model. So a reasoning model has a bulb here, there's a bulb here. So I'm gonna be using GPT-o1, OpenAI O1, a reasoning model to create a system prompt. I'm gonna say, create a system prompt for my AI agent. There's no need for you to do this. We'll just copy paste that. Qolaba customer support agent. It will have access to my docs with previous customer queries and their responses. Based on that, it's supposed to answer new queries. So you use a reasoning model to create the system prompt for the agent. A reasoning model, for example, on Qolaba at least has a bulb. So you know that it's a reasoning model. So it gives me a system prompt. Obviously, I've not provided, it enough information so, but still it's gain, maintain Qolaba's friendly, professional, empathetic tone, ensure every prompt. So that's how you make a system prompt, but essentially you need to give it more, little more, context. So for right now, we will just copy paste the system prompt that you've got into the Qolaba agent. So again, create agent, Qolaba, customer support. Copy the system prompt document that you've got. Not the document, the contents of that document. So I'm just going to copy, paste it here, remove the system prompt thing. Okay. So this is a detailed prompt that I made. This is the prompt, system prompt for the agent. Again, to build the system prompt, we use a reasoning model. I showed you an example of a system prompt, but that was not complete since I had given very less context to the AI. Okay. But it still gave me a decent system prompt. But the context was there. But this is a super system prompt for a customer support agent. So have you pasted the system prompt? Type yes in the chat. Super. Now So we saw, the building blocks of an agent. We were focusing on three. The brain is the LLM. We've selected GPT-4 for now. Then we had a memory module, which we'll just connect. But before the memory module came the system prompt. So now we'll attach the memory module. So scroll down, okay, and click on drop your PDF plus CSV. I'll select this and then I'll select the file Qolaba, customer queries Qolaba. This is now giving memory to the agent. So this is turning around and it's uploading. I'll just wait for it to upload. It's processing the information. Yes, Kawana, I'll just share it once again. So go to open chatbot, click on create agent, copy paste the system prompt that we've given you. After you've copy pasted the system prompt here, now you need to add the third module of the agent, which is memory. Memory on the left side, come down, click on browse and upload the document Qolaba customer support queries. So guys, have you uploaded a doc? Once the doc is uploaded, a cross should come here. Type yes if your doc is uploaded. Super Niranjan. You have a hand raised. Is it a go or is it now? Yes, Priyanka, I will repeat it one last time, guys, since we are running short of time. So once you are into Qolaba, okay, make sure Gen AI is there on the top right. You can click on this arrow and Gen AI webinar should be selected. On the personal plan, you might not be able to create an agent. Once you are in Gen AI webinar, click on chatbot, click on create agent. Let the base model be GPT-4o for now. Give it a name, for example, Qolaba customer support agent. Then on the right side, copy paste the system prompt that we've given you. Copy paste the system prompt that we've given you and come down on the left hand side and upload the customer queries doc and upload the customer queries doc. And that's it. Just wait till you get first you will get a rotating circle. Once it will take, a minute. It might take a minute to load the file. So because it is processing the information. So till you get a cross. So guys, have you uploaded the file and gotten a cross? Please type yes. Okay, it's uploading. We'll just wait for 1 minute. I will create my agent till then. So all I need to do now, before that, you can also give your agent a website URL. So for example, say I give it openai.com. I can take this, any public website you can give to your agent. It will scrap that. If you enable deep scrapping, it will also scrap the further links under a website. So if I don't click on deep scraping, we're not doing this right now. This is just to say it will only scrap the content of this page. If deep scraping is enabled, the agent will go and scrap the further contents of the website as well. This is not needed for now, so I'm going to remove. So yeah, going back, GPT-4o, system prompt given, and I've just given one file, no URL for now to the agent. Priyanka, super, you're done. Okay, and I'm going to hit now create. So it says custom agent created successfully. Now, what this agent does is, whenever now my support team gets a user query, right, they can just type it here and they will get a response, an email which they can respond back to the real user. So it says image model not working. Okay. Query is flux image model not working. So according to the system prompt, it first categorizes the query as it's a text/a product related query. Internal note, check if the flux image model has issue has been reported or resolved before responding. Okay, because this has been specified to the system prompt. The customer, my customer support person can just say, it's working. Or he can reply it's not working. So it says check if the flux image model issue has been reported or resolved. Escalation to the technical team may be required if no resolution is found in the context. Now it drafts an email, a very nice email, which my team can just send. Thank you for reaching out about the issue with the flux image model. Okay. It says in the meantime, could you provide the following? A brief description of the problem? Because, say the customer support person, this email can now, go on or completely on automation as well. Right now it does not go, but it can go. The first email can completely go on automation. Now let's ask another query.
Sam, I know this will take little time to explain, but just to give you a heads up, we are actually running out of time.
Cool. We'll just wrap up.
Please
so I think people have seen how to create an agent, a basic agent, where you give the agent a system prompt, you give it memory, you can upload URL also, and you name it. That's it. Okay. So now I said agent's not working. So now I have told the agent, if there is something that is not there in the memory, you do not, draft an email. Okay. Based on the provided context, there is no specific mention of an issue regarding it is not working. Okay. There are references to issues like chatbots, image models, and other functionalities because this was not there in the document. So it should not create an email, to send to the user. Next, we saw in the building block of an agent, it has tools and plugins. So these are the tools right now on a Qolaba that are available. Okay. But actually, more of a tool would mean that the agent can perform tasks autonomously. So we are launching an integration soon with Zapier and Anyten, where you create the agent on the front end. Then you go to a platform like Zapier, Make, or Anyten and develop fully autonomous systems completely with no code. So Qolaba will work as the front end of building the agent. Then you go to a platform like Zapier, Make.com, and Anyten to build an agent which is fully autonomous. Fully autonomous means now you receive a query and this email goes on automatically. Or if it cannot reply, it will send this message, to the customer support guy and not to the user. So we have covered very quickly what are agents. Then after, agents, we had some. So on Qolaba, you can also create images. All the top image models in the industry right now, from DALI 3, SDXL, Leonardo, Ideogram V2, Imagine 3, are there on Qolaba. You can probably try it, sometime later in the evening. So I'm going to give it a prompt, man on the moon, okay, with Flux Pro. It's going to generate images. Then you have image editing available. AI image editing is also there available on Qolaba. So you can upscale images. You can do in painting. You can replace backgrounds. You can create variations of an image. Image in painting, we can probably take an example. If this image has been created, if this was created using the model FluxDev, image in painting, I'll just show you. So basically, you select an image that was created. You select a part of the image. I'll just increase the brush size. And you spaceship landing. I can just say a spaceship is landing on the moon. What in painting is, it creates stuff inside the image. So you can check out image editing later on. Then Qolaba also has video generation. So we have Runway, Luma Labs, VO2 and Kling 2 are the current best models in the industry for creating videos. You must have seen. So let's probably create a video, say using VO2. I can just give it a prompt. Okay. AI taking over the world. I'll give it a prompt and I'll have a video made. Let's just wait for the video to pop up. So guys, we just wrap up in another 5-10 minutes. Just hold on. Let's just wait for this video to come. Till the video is coming. So I'm going to go back to in painting. I added a spaceship, my prompt was a spaceship landing on the moon. Though it appears it's taking off. So I probably should have drawn the in painting here. So we've seen how to create images, how to edit images. Now VO2, the best model in the industry right now for creating videos, is also there. So it creates a 5-second video on AI taking over the world. Lastly, there's also a speech generator. You can select, the voice type, narrative and story, conversational, character and animation, social media. You select any voice that you like, give it, say some text, and try this later on, and just hit generate. You'll get audio. So we created the audio for our video that I showed you in the starting, like this only, and you have the audio now. So Yunus, Qolaba does not have all the functions of Anyten and Zapier right now. We are developing a front end to build agents, and then we will integrate. We are in the process of integrating it with Anyten and Zapier. So it becomes much more easy for you to, create agents. You create the agent here, and then on Anyten and Zapier, you will do even, say 20% of what you do there to create agents. Now, lastly, so we have seen, what is there on Qolaba. We've seen, the chatbot. It has all the LLMs available. You can create images, you can edit images, you can generate videos, and you can also create audio. Audio is powered by 11 Labs. So audio is powered by 11 Labs. Were you guys, were you able to hear the audio? Okay, I'll just share my screen again. Wait, so that you can listen to the audio. 1 second. Yeah, I think you'll be able to hear it now. So I just gave it a random prompt, anatomy of an AI agent LLM core.
Anatomy of an AI agent LLM core. The thinking brain. Prompt, chuck, instructions. Persona.
Now, are you able to hear the audio?
Yes, Sam. Yes, Sam, we can hear it. It's very clear.
Okay. Super, guys. So obviously now, you can give it, a narration and a script and it will read the thing. So whatever things we have shared, you will get all the access in an email tomorrow with all the documents.